Hey Star, are you ready?
I'm a lady.
And welcome to Idol Days, the show about idol animes. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Star.
And today we're back in the idol train.
Idol train, choo 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 choo. No more sad boys.
Nope, just girls.
Girls. Sarah, I've seen these girls a lot, and they're cute, and I don't know anything about them. And I'm excited for you to tell me about them, because they're cute.
All right, I will be talking today about Dropout Idol Fruit Tart. It is a relatively recent series. I think it came out within the last few seasons. It's based off
it was winter of last year?
It was either winter or fall season, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was fairly recent.
Yes. So it's one of those idol series that kind of came in, and then there wasn't like a whole lot around it because it wasn't based off of any sort of games or existing group. It was based off of a 4-coma manga.
Yeah, it's cute. Like, I'm looking at these character designs. They're freaking adorable.
They are very cute.
Like, just visually, I adore this art style. They're so fucking cute. Their little idol outfits are very cute. I want to know about these girls, Sarah. They seem like good beans. Are they good beans?
They're good beans for the most part. Preemptively, just it'll be a little weird because I know we did another comedy episode before, and it's hard for me to. I don't want to go in and describe every single joke, right? Because that would be not
boring
good.
To listen to,
yeah, let me explain all the jokes. So it'll be more of
the clown throws the pie at the other clown.
Yeah,
and it's very funny.
So I won't be explaining all the jokes for sure, which might make this podcast summary seem a little bare bones, just because it is a 4-coma. So you got to think about the fact that 4-coma is 4-panel, quick, snappy jokes. This anime is just kind of a lot of quick, snappy jokes in a row with like a very loose, overarching plot.
Gotcha. Seems like your vibe.
It would be my vibe, but here's the thing, and we'll do this before we get into it. It's extremely horny.
Oh no! I was gonna ask
horny.
if it's horny.
Yeah, it's really horny. Like some of it would be okay, but it's just really horny.
Oh no, but they're so little though. Oh no.
So some of the jokes some of the horniness you will not know because I will not be explaining every joke, just so you know.
Okay.
But it's really horny. Like every other joke was about boobs pretty much.
Oh, good.
So
love that.
Just be aware that I might not be talking about the boob jokes, but there were a lot of them.
Just visualize the titty jokes in your imagination.
Yes. So just be aware that they would exist. I might mention some of them, but they will not be as much included in the summary, just so I'm not explaining all the jokes.
We should just like keep you. Sarah, I need you to go back and rewatch the show, and we need to make a titty joke drinking game where we just drink water and then get extremely hydrated.
Well, here's the thing, is we do have experience from our butt blog, so...
Sarah, we've hinted at the butt blog several times, and
Forbidden.
I don't think we've ever explained what it actually was.
It's forbidden.
Are we just going to say that we had a butt blog and we're not going to elaborate on it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can we elaborate on the butt blog at the end of the episode so that entices people to listen to the whole thing?
That's a good idea. Butt blog at the end of the episode. Good luck.
Stay tuned for us talking about some ass.
We could even talk about the butt blog like one little bit each episode. It's like the Idol Days ARG.
The Idol Days butt blog ARG. Booty, rocking somewhere.
Rocking somewhere. But right now, we're going to rock with Fruit Tart.
Okay.
So I'm going to introduce the characters you meet at the beginning. There are more characters that come up later, but so as not to overwhelm, I'll only be talking about the first few.
Sounds
All right, so
good.
are you ready for the girls?
I'm ready. Tell me about these beans.
All right.
These horny beans.
These horny beans. Well, only some of them are horny. So, but, you know, their horniness pervades. Okay,
Of
so
course.
our main character girl is Eno. She's the pink one.
Okay, of course.
She has pink hair. She has blue eyes, and her personality is main character. She's just very outgoing, very Genki,
Off to a good start.
very, very gay.
Okay, I'm gonna need some elaboration on that.
She's like one of the ones who's always like drooling after the
boobs.
other girls, going in the boobies, thirsting after the boobies. She's one of those ones.
Gotcha.
And here's the thing, I would love, like, in concept, I would love every bit of it if it wasn't so horny. So,
Oh no.
and I did enjoy Fruit Tart overall. Just quick overall, I did enjoy Fruit Tart. I just wish it was less horny. Okay.
Critique numero uno. Less horny, por favor.
Less horny, por favor. The other thing about Eno, main character girl, is she comes from a farming area, like a farming city, and her dream, her whole life, was to move to Tokyo and become an idol.
Okay.
Okay.
Very, very main character energy.
Very, very main character energy. The next character I'll say is Roko. She has purple hair and big giant buns on the top of her head, like huge buns.
She looks like if Mickey Mouse was an anime girl.
Yes, she is like Mickey Mouse was an anime girl. Roko is me. I love her.
Yeah.
She's the short one. Everyone thinks she's younger than she is, but she's the oldest of the group. Normal height complex thing. She's kind of their leader. So she's like the leader type personality. And her history is she was a child star. Specifically, she was known for being in a commercial where she taught kids to eat broccoli to grow tall.
I feel like I maybe I watched a handful of clips of this show because I was trying to find like show me the dance numbers and I couldn't find any. But I think I did see like one thing where she was talking about broccoli and I'm like, you're cute, I guess, but I don't know what's going. I don't have context.
So she was known as Broko-chan. So she's Roko or Broko.
Does she also have no money because then she really is Broko?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay. Also, I assume from this picture you sent me that her image color is blue.
Yes, she is blue image color, with purple hair though.
Okay.
So the next character I'll talk about is Nina. She's probably the tallest one. Her image color is orange. She
seems like a sweet baby.
Yes, she is very soft girl. She has orangish brownish hair in like a little bob cut. She currently is a model that does sexy photo shoots specifically, but she doesn't like how sexy photo shoots she has. She's really into fashion, but she doesn't like the fact that she's only allowed to wear sexy clothes. But her main thing is that she has gigantic bazoongles.
Big honkin' badonkos?
Giant badoobadobs.
Incredible.
Yes. And Nina and Roko, the one we just mentioned, they're really close to each other. Specifically, whenever Roko's distressed, she just kind of leans into Nina's boobies.
Oh. I feel like this character would be me if I, too, had giant bahonkadonkados. Because she's tall and you're small, and so if the two, I don't know, she seems cute. I feel like of all of these, I'm leaning towards her the most. Like, listen, when you're a cosplayer, you look at a character lineup and you're like, which one would I be? And I'm looking at her and she's like cute and she's orange and she's got a little beret. I mean, they all have berets, but like, I don't know. I'm just looking at her and she's cute. But then you said giant badonka honkados and I'm like, oh.
Well, Star,
I do not possess.
Here you go, Star, because this is the character I feel like has most Star energy, is Hayu.
Oh, yeah?
She has blonde hair in a little side ponytail.
Side ponytail, check mark.
Blue eyes, little fangy, and she's the rocker.
Oh, my type.
Yeah, she's your type.
She's my color.
Yeah.
She's a red one.
Red color blonde hair, side ponytail.
Oh no, my type.
Oh no, your type.
Oh no, my type. See, what threw me off about her looking at the picture is she looks baby.
Yeah. Well, they're all supposed to be about the same age.
She looks like a baby.
The only two who are noticeably short are Roko and another character where we meet in a few episodes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
So those are the 4 characters from the start that are the idols. So there's Ino, pink, Roko, blue, Nina, orange, and Hayu, who is red. And then the other character who kind of shows up from the beginning is their manager slash, I guess she's not really a producer, but they don't really have a producer. And her name is Ho-Ho. She has like brown hair that's kind of long. She always wears a suit and she has glasses.
Why is she called that?
So apparently all the first syllables of all of the girls' names that you meet throughout the series are some sort of pun on a Japanese poem. Okay. That's all I got.
Okay.
But she's Ho-Ho. Yep. And she's also, her personality, okay. So the weird thing about Fruit Tart is a lot of it really did remind me of Wake Up Girls.
Oh no.
So her personality, this manager, is basically the manager from Wake Up Girls. Or not the manager, the president.
Is she skeevy?
She's very skeevy.
Oh no.
Extremely skeevy.
Oh no. I feel like from now on we need to make Idol Days bingo.
Yeah.
And you can play along at home, where we like put a whole bunch of like idol tropes in there, like skeevy producer, big bahonka donka donka didos, pink main character. I feel like that would be I feel like we need to do that.
That sounds
I feel like that's
very
a thing we
good
need to do in the future, because I would have already gotten bingo by now if we had a bingo card.
Yeah. And so yeah, she's very much like Wake Up Girls president. So very skeevy, very interested in money. And then that's also like kind of the same thing as Wake Up Girls, where all like the girls are like there and they're very sincerely like trying to do something, and the manager's just like money.
Money.
And I don't know how much of this was a reference, because there are definitely points where, you know, it's a comedy anime about idols, so they definitely do reference other animes and other idol shows. So
for sure.
So those are the main characters from the beginning. So episode 1, we see main character girl Ino. She has her pink hair and she's on the train and she's headed to Tokyo to become an idol, which was her dream.
Oh, big baby girl dreams.
And she gets off.
Just a small town girl.
Just a small town girl.
Living in a lonely world.
She takes the midday train.
to Tokyo.
Well, and she gets off at her stop and she's like, wow, Tokyo is different than I thought it was, because her stop is technically in Tokyo, but it's way out in the suburbs.
Suburbia.
So this is where the places for Rat Productions, which is the production agency she's going to be working with.
I'm sorry, did you say Rat Productions or Rap Productions?
R-A-T.
Okay.
So she goes to Tokyo to join Rat Productions. And again, she's like, wow, Tokyo's different than I thought. I thought it was bigger, but hey, at least I'm not out in the boonies. It's not like there's random people just growing vegetables and giving them out on the side of the road. And then, you know, there are. So she's like, okay, well, Tokyo, I guess. And for those of you who aren't aware, Tokyo, the city of Tokyo is huge. Like it like a lot of major cities, I feel like in other parts of the world may like split off or like mesh with other cities, but Tokyo itself is like huge, like city-wise. So it includes a lot of suburbia.
Yeah, it's fucking enormous.
Yes. So where she is, it just kind of looks like a normal neighborhood, not like skyscrapers and arcades.
Yeah. Like there's the central city where everything is big, bustling, yeehaw town. Well, not yeehaw, like
yeehaw town Tokyo, where the crabs live. But
yeah, it's where the crabs live. Yeah. I had a point and I've lost track of it now. But basically, like you have like this densely populated city, and then you have miles and miles and miles of suburbs just radiating out from it.
Mm-hmm. And they do have the Tokyo like name on the address, but it's just suburbs.
It's just a normal ass suburb, yeah.
Yeah. She ends up making her way to the production house, which is an actual house. This is where she'll be staying. And you find out that the house is called Mouse House, which I think is very cute. So Mouse House works for Rat Productions.
That is cute as hell.
Is very cute. And then Eno meets all the other girls.
Hey.
Hey. The only one that she recognizes off the bat is Rocco from the broccoli commercials. And she instantly fangirls. All the other girls, even though that they've been trying in their own ways, and I mean, Rocco's been trying to be an actor that was like branched further out from the broccoli thing, but like basically you find out that none of them have been successful so far in all of their ventures. So Rocco tries to be an actress, but she's just getting like C-level roles. Nina is trying to be a model, but all she's getting is booby shots. And Hayu really wants to be a rocker, but she doesn't even have an album out. So they're all dropouts.
Oh no, there's the title.
There they are. And then to make bad news worse, Eno's still super happy and Genki because she's main character, finds out from Ho-Ho that, hey, it's good you came here because we're about to start a new project where I'm going to set all 4 of you guys. I know even though Eno is the only one who wanted to be an idol, now all 4 of you are going to be idols. And we're going to have a brand new project to form this idol group where we're going to be filming 5-minute segments for like an internet TV show to keep Mouse House from shutting down.
Oh, they're doing a love live.
They're doing a love live, but Eno just got there. So it's like you hired this girl and brought her all the way out here. And she's like, oh, I might be homeless soon.
Yay!
Yay!
Homelessness.
Yup.
Wow.
So that is how the group forms. The Fruit Tart group is they are joined together to get out of whatever industries they were trying to get into before to become idols to save Mouse House. And Mouse House is only like the 4 girls there. They're only like a small part of Rat Productions, but apparently it's implied that this is just where Rat Productions puts all the people they don't think are going to do good. So
oh no. It's the shit house.
It's the shitty house.
No.
We get the OP. OP is pretty cute. Back in the episode, it's basically everyone but Eno didn't really want to become an idol, right? But they're like, well, I want to be able to eat food and live somewhere, so...
yes, the dream.
Yes.
So, of every artist. Eat food, live somewhere.
Eat food and live somewhere.
I can relate. I can relate.
So eventually they all get convinced to like, yeah, we'll actually put some effort into this idol thing. The manager is telling Rocco, like, you know, idols become actors, so maybe you can become an idol and then get back into acting through that. Which, yeah, fair. And then they were telling Nina, it's like, well, you know, idols are known for wearing sexy costumes, but, you know, they don't wear that sexy clothes all the time. And Nina's like, wow, I might be able to get out of being exploited. So that's great.
Yay!
And then to Hayu, it's like, yeah, and you can play music. And she's like, okay, that's good.
I can accept this.
Yes. So all of them are like, okay, I'm game to at least try out the idol thing. And so they get their first task for this TV series that the manager, Ho-Ho's been filming, which is to hand out flyers. Classic first idol episode, handing out flyer time.
Yep.
So also classic first idol handing out flyers. They go to the train station, they have flyers in hand. Turns out the flyers they're handing out are for a local supermarket sale and not for their idol group. It's just to get some money.
Oops.
Because that's how poor they are. They're just doing like this work. But they are wearing their idol outfits. At some point, they realize like, wow, people aren't even noticing us handing out flyers. What should we do? Then Eno's like, why don't we sing a song? And they're like, but we don't know any songs. So then they just do like a cover of like a Super Sentai song that was made up for the show. Oh my
gosh.
Yes. And it was
adorable.
very cute. They get a huge audience. The audience cheers. At the end, Hayu goes around with her little beret and she like starts taking tips from people in the audience. And they're like, oh, hell yeah, we made like $5. And they're like, oh, but we didn't hand out any flyers.
Oops.
Oops. But hey, at least they're committed.
I love them already. Oh no.
Yeah, they're really dumb. I love them.
Aw, zero brain cells.
Zero brain cells. We don't even all of them, and I love them.
So you mentioned their idol outfits. Are these the ones that we see in the picture you sent?
Yes. So the idol outfits are basically frilly skirts that are blue with like white petticoats underneath. And then they have like a white like blousey shirt, which is technically sleeveless. But on top of the white blousey shirt, they have like these half jackets that have like sailor collars that are tied at the necks and little berets. And it's very cute.
Mm-hmm. What like really sticks out about these costumes to me is the patterns on them.
Yes.
And I was wondering how those look in motion. Is it a thing they did? Did you ever watch Chowder?
No, but I'm assuming it's what you're thinking.
Okay, where like the textures kind of stay still even if the characters move around.
That's exactly what it is the textures stay kind of still while the characters move around.
I had a feeling because like that style I personally find really charming.
Mm-hmm, I think so too.
But I know it can be divisive sometimes. But just like these patterns are super duper detailed, and I'm like, I can't imagine that those patterns move with the characters. Because that would be very difficult.
Yes, it would be difficult, and then you also probably wouldn't be able to read what's going on very well with them. But yeah, they kind of stay static.
Yeah.
That's
cute.
Yeah, the example I have is Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei does that with his things.
Yeah.
So after the concerts, they have their cute little outfits, and they're all wearing them now. So these outfits are relatively reoccurring, and sometimes you see them like without the tops of the jackets on, like when they're in transit and stuff. It's cute all around. Mm-hmm. So after there's some more gags, and by gags I mean like a lot of boob jokes within all of this, of course. And then in the end, they are able to hand out all the flyers because Ino is main character idol girl, and everyone's like, wow, this girl's so friendly and her smile's so good. Sure, I'll take a supermarket flyer. So the other three girls kind of learn from her, which is sweet. And also, like, the main point of her handing out the flyers there, which leads into the rest, is because it's like a smaller neighborhood, you start seeing a lot of like the neighbor characters reoccurring, and like the neighbors are starting to get to know Rat Productions and become friends with them.
Oh, that's cute.
It's really cute.
It's like a Zombieland Saga.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then you also find out from Ho-Ho at the very end that the ratings for the initial 5-minute broadcast was slightly above average, so they're doing good.
Huzzah! Slightly above average.
But also apparently they're being broadcast in between two really popular shows, so that might be why.
There you go.
There you go. And we get the ending, which is a cute song with very unnecessarily lewd images of all the idol girls in very suggestive poses.
Oh, good.
So here we are. Anime was a mistake. Anyway, episode 2. Episode 2, it is the first day of school. So all these girls are still in school.
School idols.
Yes, they're still in school, so they have to go to school. Ino and Hayu go to the same school, and Roko and Nina go to a separate one. So Ino and Hayu, they go to school, and Ino's all nervous, like, oh no, what if someone recognizes me because I'm an idol on this web broadcast? But not surprisingly, no one cares.
Oh.
I don't think anyone knows who she is.
Gives me the vibe of like those DeviantArt kids who would put like 1,000 watermarks on their images that they had like 2 followers.
Yeah.
Be like, what if someone steals my character? And they're like, I'm allowed to make fun of them because I was them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just by the way.
and like, to be fair, like, Fruit Tart doesn't have any CDs. Like, they just have like a 5-minute like insert show in between 2 popular programs. They're not gonna be. Yeah. And I think they only have like one episode right now too.
Yeah. I think a better analogy, the one I was more looking for, was like people who cosplay their OCs, and it's like, why doesn't anyone recognize my OC? I have 10 followers on DeviantArt.
And you're like, oh, well, here we are.
Oh, no.
I was thinking more of like the people who are like, why won't you give me my food for free? I'm a famous food Instagrammer. Oh! And then you're like, you have 200 followers. Who are you?
I'm famous influencer. I'm a fucking influencer according to some people, and I'm like, no.
You're gonna influence people with your opinions on idols.
Podcast! Don't you know who I am? I have a podcast. I'm a Twitch streamer. Ooh. I make a web comic. Cast-off-comic.com.
Yeah, read it. So at that point, Hayu and Ino are like, well, we need to become more popular somehow. How can we become more popular? So they start brainstorming and they go to their manager, and then it's pretty much decided by the manager already, like, hey, you know what'll make you more popular is if you put out a song. Which probably good for an idols to do.
Probably.
So the manager is like, hey, I'll get someone to do like the tune of the song, but it's up to you girls to write the lyrics and do all the choreography and everything. Which is like, okay. But I guess it's because their budget is really small. Yeah. Which again, it just feels a lot like Wake Up Girls.
Sarah. Yes. Sarah. DIY-dles.
DIY-dles. Ooh,
yeah, I've
new
done
term.
Ooh. We did it.
So they have to come up with lyrics. They have trouble coming up with what they should even talk about. They have like a little thing where they're all trying to talk about like, hey, what's something that we all love and we all have in common? You know, idol music writing tropes. At some point, they're like, hey, why don't we write about curry? But then that gets thrown out, but it gets brought up later.
Okay.
Because they all like curry. Actually, this is something I didn't mention last episode. Another point, Mouse House is so poor that all they eat 3 meals a day is curry. Because they can make a big stock pot of it with all the vegetables from the neighbors. And they're really poor. So...
Well, I mean, it's better than instant ramen every day.
It is. And probably cheaper if you get the ingredients for free.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So curry is very important to Mouse House.
Also, can I just say, like, the fucking free vegetables on the corner thing, that's such a huge deal, and they're awesome! When I lived in Japan, we had a couple neighbors who had, like, orange trees in their backyard, and so every winter, when it was orange season, they would put, like, just out in their driveway, like, they would put out, like, little bags of oranges, and they had, like, a little sign on a tin cup with a slot in the top that said 100 yen. Oh. So you put 100 yen in it, and you could take some oranges, and those things are the shit.
Yeah, I bet.
It's awesome. Yeah, and so like we had a lot of agriculture in my neighborhood. Like you would on my ride to work every morning we would pass like dozens of rice paddies and people like everybody had gardens in their little itty bitty yards. It was so fucking wholesome. And near my school they actually had like it was like a vending machine almost, but basically you could put your own vegetables in and set how much you wanted to sell them for. And then you could just like put the little veggies in the locker and then someone could just buy them and then you could go get your money later. Aww. And it was very, very cute. Aww. And I'm like, shit, yeah.
I love that.
Who needs grocery stores when I can buy leeks from a vending machine on the corner?
That's so wonderful,
Support your local gardeners. It was the shit and I miss it so much.
I love that.
Because you could just get like the super fresh veggies like from your like next door neighbor and it was fucking great.
I wonder if there are other places that are like that here. We both live in major cities, so I feel like it's less likely.
Yep. Oh yeah. Nobody has a fucking garden in my apartment complex and it sucks. Well, my brother turned our balcony into a tree farm, but That's different.
There you go.
He accidentally grew tomatoes in his compost box.
Oops. Accidental tomatoes.
Accidental tomatoes.
So in the end, they do decide what to write about, which is they need to just have lyrics that showcase each and every one of them and how cute they are. And they come to this because of boob gags. You know. Yay.
Like you do.
Like you do. So right about when they come up with the lyrics, Ho-Ho comes in and gives them a big announcement, which is, hey, you guys come up with the lyrics yet? Because you girls are going to have your first concert.
That's very fast.
That is very fast. And the girls are like, oh, what? And she's like, yeah. And your first concert is going to be at a concert with Cream on Mitsu, which is a very, very extremely popular idol group in Tokyo. Like Tokyo.
Ooh. So are they going to be like the opening act or something?
Well, after prying a little bit, you find out that they're actually playing in like the parking lot next to the venue.
Oh no!
So they're the entertainment while everyone waits in line to go see the concert.
Oh wow! Oof.
But hey, they have a gig.
Yeah.
With an audience that's gonna be there because they're gonna be watching that other idol group.
Presumably the correct target audience.
Yeah.
Because
they like idols.
They're here for idols. So you like idols. Here's some idols.
Mm-hmm. And so you get a little cut in where you start meeting the girls from Cream on Mitsu, who are also relatively main characters. So Cream on Mitsu is a group of 3. They're Fruit Tart's, I guess, rival group, but they don't really act like rivals. So just another idol group. Mm-hmm. Their center is named Chico. She's tall. She has purpley hair, and she has her hair in a bun on the top of her head.
It looks like a side ponytail bun. Is that
like
correct?
Yeah, it's like a side ponytail bun.
It looks like half Sailor Moon.
Yes, like half Sailor Moon. And then the other 2 members in the group are Rua and Nua, and they are twins. They both have...
Of course they are.
Yes, the same height. They both have little fangies. One has pink hair, and one has blue hair, like Ram and Rem from ReZero, but idols.
Yep. And the pink one has pigtails, and the blue one has a ponytail.
Yep. So, the twins. So that's Cream on Mitsu. So those are you meet the 3 members of Cream on Mitsu, and they're all cute. So they're good.
Yeah.
All right. Episode 3. So episode 3, the girls, it pretty much goes straight into the concert. So the girls are at the Cream on Mitsu concert, the Fruit Tart girls, and they are helping out. So like before their concert even starts, they get like tasked with like, hey, you hold this end of the line banner, and you here, make sure everyone's standing in the right place. So they're just kind of doing like volunteer sort of grunt work.
Cute. Cute, but also probably kind of demoralizing.
Oh yeah, probably. Ino's super into it, but all the other girls are like, wow, we're like not being treated like idols. This kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm. You gotta work up to it, babies.
You do.
You gotta get your grunt work in.
And then while they're still setting up, Ho-Ho's there, and someone's like, Ho-Ho, is that you? And she turns and sees a lady. She has blonde hair. She's tall. She has big bazongles also, because of course.
And then another girl showed up with even bigger bazonga balls.
And her name is Riri, and she is Cream on Mitsu's producer.
So we have Ho-Ho and Riri.
Riri, yep. She and Ho-Ho go way back. Apparently they've known each other since like elementary school, and Ho-Ho's thought of Riri as a rival. But Riri just kind of like wants to be Ho-Ho's friend / girlfriend, so that's kind of the dynamic. Where Ho-Ho's like, how dare you? And Riri's like, come and give me a hug, you know, that sort of thing.
Got it.
But Ho-Ho is also kind of projecting in the sense where she's like, well, I work for a less popular agency, and in high school I was voted like second in our class, and like stuff like that. So just always coming in second sort of thing. But with Riri is a small girl, and apparently this new girl is here to watch the Cream on Mitsu concert because she was just hired by Cat Productions after coming #1 in one of their competitions. So you're like, oh, who are you? And the girl we meet...
Challenger approaches.
Yes. The girl we meet, she's in the top picture I showed you. Her name is Hemo. She is very small. She has very soft, shy voice. She's like holding a stuffed animal, so you're like, okay, she's the shy one. And she has black hair and long twin ponytails. And her eyes are red with hearts in them.
Oh, Doki Doki heart eyes.
Yeah, and she's the only one with heart eyes, but she has this. She must have the soul of a former idol in her because she has heart eyes.
She was the founder of AKB0048.
She might be, and we'll get to that.
Uh-oh.
But yes, so black tintails, heart eyes. And you find out that the reason why she's watching Cream on Mitsu's concert is because Hemo may or may not be added into Cream on Mitsu because of how she did in the competition. All the Fruit Tart girls see Hemo and they're like, oh, hey, let's be friends. I love you. Especially Ino is very much like aggressively friendly to her in a way that might be a little gross, but that's okay. We're all right here. But so Hemo runs away because she's, we presume, freaked out by Ino, right? So like, Ino's like, I love you, love me, be my best friend, and Hemo's like, oh god, oh no, runs away. And then you get a scene.
Is she like a Yukiko type? Like overly shy?
She's very, very shy, but let me explain this next scene because it's implied that she's overly shy. But the next scene, you see Hemo. And it's just kind of like flat background. Hemo is like half in a shadow against like this wall, like you presume like hiding in an alley somewhere. And she's breathing heavy, like she's scared. And then it zooms into her eyes and her hearts and her eyes are lit up. And then she's drooling and you're like, oh, okay, actually.
Oh, no.
Here we are.
Uh-oh. She's like whatever sounds yandere without the violent part.
Yes. Shyly obsessive. So yeah, there's some talk in the middle which is relevant in a later episode where all the girls are concerned about what they should be wearing under their skirts, like what kind of underwear. So that takes up a decent amount of time this episode.
Oy.
And then we have the girls meet Cream on Mitsu. So the Fruit Tart girls and the Cream on Mitsu girls meet backstage because it's like everything, all the producers know each other and they're helping out with the concert. So Cream on Mitsu's like, yeah, we'll meet you. Ino fangirls over them because she's the one who wanted to be an idol, so she knows like all of them. And she's like, oh my god, Cream on Mitsu, you're the most popular people ever. The other girls are like shyly like, oh yes, great to work with you. And meanwhile, like Roko is very formal like, oh yes, this is a pleasure, we love to meet you. And then Chico's like, come on, little or big sister, you shouldn't be like that.
Oh!
Turns out Chico is Roko's little sister.
Oh, but the big sister looks like the little sister because she's a baby.
Yeah, and the little sister looks like the big sister because she's tall with bazoongles.
Bazoongles? Oh!
Bazoongles. So you learn that they're siblings. The vibe is very...
Siblings. This
is my sister. So
we are siblings and we care for our sisters. Because we are siblings and we have the same hair.
Yeah. Actually, it's implied like later on, and I forgot where. So this kind of gives the idea of the vibe is that the reason why Chico has the little bun in her hair, it's because she wanted to be just like Roko, so she put the bun in her hair. But then Roko's like, you can't have the exact same hair as me, so she took just one of them out. So Roko...
Side ponytail origins.
Yep. So Roko kind of has the whole same vibe that like Ho-Ho has, where she's like, well, Chico's taller than me, and she has boobies, and she's in this famous band, so I'm a little like... She's like a little jealous, but she won't say it. But then Chico's just like, I've collected all of these images of Roko as Broko, and I love her so much, and she's my favorite person. So that's
I love my sister.
I love my sister. Sometimes in a way that, you know.
No!
Yeah,
no.
The show is too horny. I hate it.
Oh, God.
It could have been good, but it's so horny.
Why must you thrust these vadoinka honkas in our faces?
Literally.
I do not wish to see your fetish.
Yes. But they all meet each other. They all learn that Rocco and Chico are related, and they're like, wow, Rocco, why didn't you tell us? And Rocco's like, I just wanted to become an idol on my own, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's time for the pre-concert with the Fruit Tart girls. Okay, well, you find out, which kind of leads to other things, that Eno is a nervous peer. So when she's scared, she goes to pee.
Okay.
And there are a lot of scenes with her peeing. It's like
in
I said,
a bathroom, right?
yeah, in the bathroom sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It's too horny. This show was like it would have been good if it wasn't horny. I mean, it was good if you ignore the horny parts.
Wait, does she doesn't like wet herself, does she?
No, but it's joked about. So, well, it's not shown, but they talk about it. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Yeah. Just ignore it. That's what you got to do. You just gotta ignore it.
Okay. This is not what I expected going into this show.
No, it looks so cute, but it's so horny.
Oh no. Like, I was sitting here thinking to myself, like, you know, these would kind of be, like, cute, comfy outfits for, like, artist alley tables at conventions, because I'm going to start doing that again soon. But, like, now I don't know if I want to be
Yeah,
associated
it's really
with
horny.
that.
It's really horny. And here's the thing. Like, I like slice of life. I like anime. I can like anime that's a little horny, right? Like, I can get through some of it. But when it's this horny, it's just a little bit like, no.
Yeah, like little horny, okay, big horny,
yeah.
like, eh.
Like I know that this was the 4 this ran in was like in the same magazine as like New Game, and like I can do New Game horny, like that one's chill, like people are in underwear sometimes. This one's like boobs, pee, everything all the time, and you're like, oh no, please.
Full fetish on display.
Yes, but the girls themselves
There
are
it
cute.
goes.
Just
I know the
too
art
horny.
style's really cute.
know, it's
Like,
just
you
too
guys
horny.
heard me praising it at the start of the show, and I was like, yeah, this is adorable. And now I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yes. So Eno goes to
No.
pee,
That's
and
illegal.
so she's by herself, and then when she gets out of the bathroom, she notices Hemo just kind of staring at the bathroom door.
Okay.
And then Hemo is talking to her, and Eno's just like, well, I'm actually here because I'm nervous, and I heard that you are really talented because you won a competition. And then Hemo's like, well, I think you're gonna do great. Like, you look so cute. I bet you're a good singer. And then Eno's like, you know what? I'm gonna sing on stage for you, and I'm going to help you become more confident by showing my confidence, because I also always wanted to be an idol, just like you want to be an idol, and I want to be inspiration for you. So it's like all that sweet. And again, like these sweet moments come right after like someone in the stall peeing, and you're like, this is some emotional whiplash. Come on, guys. But yeah, so Eno's just I sometimes am saying Sakura. She's Eno Sakura, but she's Eno in the show. So Eno is just like, yeah, I'm less nervous now because I have someone that I'm going to sing for, which is Hemo, and I'm going to make her happy. And also, I remembered my childhood dream of becoming an idol because I saw the Shy Idol girl. Mm-hmm. And then it's concert time.
Concert time.
All the girls are really nervous, but Eno kind of like tells all the girls like, hey, just remember the reason why you became idols. And most of them are just like, because I need food.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But then they go on stage and they do their concert, and the concert is actually pretty cute. So the way the concert animations are for this is it's a mix of like, you know, like still static frames with pan shots, you know? Mm-hmm. So like no lip flaps, no moving, but like they're cut in with like actual fully 2D animated like little dance numbers, if that makes sense. So like I think the budget saving measure was to have those static frames, but then like it'd be like 1 second static frame, 2 seconds little dancing, 1 second static frame. And all of the dancing is 2D. You even see like feet and camera movement. I think it's rotoscoped over something. I can't tell if it was rotoscoped over 3D or live action dancing, but it does look rotoscoped. But yeah, I was like, oh, hey.
I'll have to see if I can't find a video of this.
Animated.
Yeah, I love it when anime is animated.
Yes, well, some of it, because again, I was a little nervous when I started going into the static frames, and I'm like, oh, it's just going to be this. But then they would do a little dancey thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, there we go. Get some dancing.
There we go.
The concert
it just seems like it feels like it would be weird if they're just like going back and forth between those two things all the time.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. It's kind of weird to get used to, but at least we get something and we get a full song, so I appreciate that.
That's fair.
The music is also really cute. Like, the singing voices are good. The music is good. There's not a whole lot of music in the show, which I'm not super surprised by, considering it was, again, based off of a 4-coma and the voice actors weren't, like, in an idol group already beforehand. So,
yeah.
For something out of nothing, the music and the dancing was pretty cute. So after their concert, they do get a little crowd from all the people waiting to go inside the Cream on Mitsu concert. So they're starting to get fans. So that's good. And the other girls in Fruit Tart, like they got their little pep talk from Ino, but like looking at the fans and seeing them get into it, they're like, wow, maybe being an idol is a good thing after all. So they're like, okay, maybe this is okay. Okay, episode 4. Episode 4 starts with Ino asleep in her bed, and she wakes up and Hemo is there. And she's like, oh no, why are you here? And then like people bust in and they're like, Ino, why did you steal this child? We're gonna arrest you, sort of thing. That sort of gag.
Okay.
Turns out that Hemo is there because she quit Cat Productions to join Fruit Tart.
I was wondering, because she is in, like, the main idol lineup.
Oh, yes. So she quit Cat Pro because she wants to join Fruit Tart now. And Hemo's like, yeah, I wanted to do it after watching your concert. But then the whole time she's making, like, literal hard eyes at Ino. And you're like, okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
They also find out that they got a little bit of publicity from their mini concert where they were on the news for, like, 5 seconds. So there you go.
There I am, Gary. There I am.
Yep. They have a little bit of recognition, but they got to keep going on, right? So Hayu and Ino go to school again. And Hayu's like, hey, Ino, if you start getting more popular, you're going to start picking up chicks at left and right? And then Ino's like, oh, there's no way I could. I've never even gotten a love letter. And then she opens her locker and there's a love letter there.
Is it from Hemo?
It says it's from her #1 fan. And the content of the letter is it's just one page, and written on it over and over and over and over, it's just, I love you, 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 I love you.
Oh, no. That's some fucking scary shit there.
Yeah. And Hayu is like, what the fuck? This is the freakiest thing ever. And Ino's like, oh, I have a fan.
No.
So there's kind of like a little bit of like Hayu going around like, I wonder if it's that person or that person. At the end of school, Ino opens her locker and like hundreds of letters with the same content fall out. So
okay, that's very scary.
Yep. So yeah, terrifying. Right around when the locker opens, a classmate comes up. And this is another character that kind of becomes reoccurring, who is their classmate Tone. She's in the bottom picture I sent you, Star, without her eyes. She has,
okay,
like,
well, you're going to have to explain what you mean by without her eyes, because otherwise the audience is going to be like, what the fuck?
She has short brown hair and a little headband. She kind of reminds me of, like, Ritsu from K-On! A little bit.
She does look like Ritsu a little bit.
She's just a normal classmate, but her thing is that she's really, really into idols. And so she was at the Cream on Mitsu concert and she saw Fruit Tart perform and she's like, oh my god, are you guys idols? That's so exciting. Can I help out? And they're like, yeah, sure, you're our classmate. You can help out. So Tone is going to show up a few more times, which is nice. She's very cute. When she shows up on like camera, she has like a little eye blocker so that she doesn't have to sign a waiver and can show up on the TV show. So that's why she's doing without her eyes.
Yeah, she's just like holding the censor bar on a stick.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
That's how, because she's a willing volunteer because she's so into idols, but also she's not getting paid, so they have to work around that.
Yeah. It's a pretty good gag, actually.
It's a pretty good gag. Tone is a really good character. So Ino's like, could you have sent the love letter? But it's pretty much implied like, no, Tone is like an idol fan, but she's not like hundreds of love letters idol fan. Yeah. So they're done with school. You meet Tone. You find out that there's someone sending Ino all these love letters. You go back to Rat Productions. Hemo is there. She joined. And it turns out that their next thing is that they're all going to be taking shots, like production shots, and being filmed, wearing swimsuits. Gags ensue.
Of course.
Yeah. The end. There's a lot. I just don't want to get into all of the whole trying on swimsuit horniness. But it's there.
It's fair.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing. Like, it's really gay, but like, it's gay in like a male gaze sort of way, you know? Like,
no.
Like, yes, it's cute to, like, I'm happy with girls crushing on other girls, but when it's girls crushing on other girls drooling and holding their breasts, you're like, tone down a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. All right, episode 5.
Yay.
Yay. So, episode 5, they turns out that because they have a song now, Ho-Ho has gotten them scheduled to sing for their single CD debut. So they're going to have a CD out with the song that they were able to perform. And with the single CD debut, they are going to have a concert and they're going to have an autograph line. So there's like a little bit of all the girls trying to come up with autographs, and it's pretty cute. Like it's like again, they have like the cute scenes, they have the horny scenes, but they also have like these very cute slice of life scenes, which I love. They end up having to restart over and over, except Ino, who's thought of her signature since she was a small child. But in the end, they get something that they think works, and they're like, yes, it took like 15 minutes to do this signature, but I got it, and it works. And then Ho-Ho's like, great, here's 1,000 CDs that you need to sign all of them. And they're like, oh,
yep.
I'm not good at this yet. Because they are Rat Productions, which is a poor company, and an indie label, they find out that they need to sell their CD really, really well, or else they're not going to survive as an idol group. So it's not like, hey, if we don't sell 500 CDs, it's okay. It's like, if we don't sell 500 CDs, we're on the street. So added pressure there. Yeah.
Girls need to do a Kickstarter.
Yeah. So,
and I'm only saying that because I'm in the middle of Kickstarter prep hell, and I'm just like, oh yes, you know what would be helpful for that? My Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign.
Yup. So around this point, Tone shows up, starting by like just staring at Rat House, being like, is this where Fruit Tart lives? But then they noticed her, and the girls who know Tone from school are talking like, well, this is really stressful. We have to sell all these CDs. We have a recording session coming up, and we don't even, like, half of us aren't singers. Like, what do we do? And then Tone's like, oh, I can help you. And she takes them to karaoke, and they practice at karaoke, which another idol trope.
Yep.
So they all have a good time. Tone does better than all of them, but it's because she's so used to singing along with idol songs because she's a fan. And then it's dropped that Tone says, oh, hey, are you guys going to the Cream on Mitsu, like, outdoor concert soon? And they're like, what concert? And then Tone's like, well, you should go to this concert. It'll help you get inspired for doing your single CD song time. So the other girls are like, well, we could if we could get in. But it turns out that Hemo and Chico of Cream on Mitsu, the one who's Roiko's sister, actually go to the same school and are friends, and Hemo has an in and they can get tickets. So we're gonna hang out with Krimamitsu again next episode.
Nice.
Yes. And again, this feels so disjointed, but it is like a 4-coma, right? So like there's not a lot of big overarching plot points. There's just a lot of little gags.
Yeah.
So episode 6, Fruit Tart is gonna help out with Krimamitsu officially. So Hamo has her in, she talks to Chico, Ho-Ho gets in on it and is like, yeah, maybe we can like help out backstage like last time, if you can like give us a little PR. Krimamitsu's like, yeah, sure, except Chico, who's like, heck yeah, my sister Roko's gonna watch me sing, this is the best day ever. And they also are going to be filmed for their web show where it's going to be Fruit Tart learning from their senpais. Which, like, Roko gets a little like, but I'm older, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Lots of boob gags. Like, there's just a lot of boob gags. Oh, gosh, it's like every episode. I'm, like, looking through my notes. I'm like, yeah, most of this episode's a boob gags, so I don't want to just talk about boob gags. So,
good Lord.
Yes, lots of those at the concert. That happens. Overall feeling, I guess, is that all the girls like each other for their own qualities that each of them has, including boobies.
I was about to say, it's like, where's the boob joke?
Where's the boobies? Also, like, and thighs. Everyone's like, Ino's nervous about her legs
boobs
being
and
big.
thighs.
Yes. Ino's like, my thighs are so big because I'm a farmer. But all the other girls are like, wow, I love your thighs. Stuff like that. It's just horny.
Okay.
And then it's time for the Krimamitsu concert. So they're helping backstage, and it's concert time. And we see Krimamitsu and their concert, and they are also very good and very cute. I actually really like the Krimamitsu girls' voices together, like the voice actors. They make a very cute song. And then right as the girls are finishing the song, so the audience is cheering along, all of a sudden it starts glowing behind them. And they have like a glowing aura.
AKB!
And you're like, oh no.
Center Nova!
Is it Center Nova? And then it just cuts away. And you're like, oh, okay.
Center Nova! Center
Nova!
Nova!
So yeah, apparently it's just I don't know if it's a reference or it's just showing that idols are so good that they glow, but it has to be a reference, right?
All idols eat the glow sticks.
They all eat the glow sticks and they glow.
When you're a broke idol, sometimes you have to eat the glow sticks.
Well, this is Krimamitsu dancing. Fruit Tart girls aren't glowing yet.
It is a rite of passage as an idol to consume a glow stick.
Glow sticks.
Consume glow sticks.
Did you know that all idols are radioactive?
Hum yum 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 yum. Are they glowing because of their pure idol energy, or is it the uranium that they consumed?
Well, maybe both, because what was it in AKB that they could break dimensions because of their idol glow, which could be uranium.
They never said it wasn't.
They never said it wasn't.
It's idolanium.
Yes. Well, wait, no, they had a name for it in AKB.
Dualium.
Dualium. That's it. Radioactive.
Radioactive. Radioactive. Whoa.
Just like all the idols.
Whoa. These cute idol girls are radioactive.
They are. So Krimamitsu does their concert, they're glowing, they're really cute, and then after their song and dance, Chico's like, thanks for coming with us, and by the way, we have Fruit Tart here, including my sister Roko, and all the other girls are like, wait, we were supposed to go on stage today? And they're like, but then they go on stage, and Chico's like, yeah, this is my sister Roko, I love her so much, she's the best, and all the girls are like, I don't know what to do. We weren't expecting to go on stage.
Are they just in like normal ass clothes?
No, they're in their idol outfits. They were in their idol outfits helping backstage, but they're just kind of like looking around shiftily and not like confident. And Chico hands Roko the microphone, like, you're the leader, say something. And Roko just says like a bunch of nonsense words, like they don't even make a real sentence.
Oh no.
So later on after the concert, there's a bunch of gags about how they need to learn how to be cute and have good stage presence. So they're like practicing on that, but they don't really get anywhere. But it's something that'll come up later.
Okay.
And then in the middle of their antics, Ho-Ho's like, hey guys, I know you're talking about being girly, but the reason why I even took you to watch this Krimamitsu concert is that you're going to be recording like in 2 days. And they're like, oh no. Uh-oh. So episode 7. Okay. Episode 7, they're like, you know what would help us with a good recording? Is making sure we have good underwear to wear while we're recording.
What?
And then the first half of the episode is the Fruit Tart girls and the Krimamitsu girls at a lingerie shop trying on underwear.
Okay.
So, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, that's a thing, I guess.
Second half of the episode, it's their first time recording, so they all go to the recording studio wearing their cute underwear, I guess.
I guess.
And they're all so nervous that like the first time they go in to get recorded, they're basically like, hey, go take a break and we'll call you back and we'll try again. So they're all kind of down because they're like, wow, we all really sucked on our first recording.
We fucked it up,
We really
son.
did fuck up. Then Chico shows up from Krimamitsu and they ask for advice like, what do you do when you record? And Chico's just like, I just think of something that makes me really happy. And the girls are like, okay, we'll think of things that make us really happy too. So when they go in to record again, they are thinking really hard on things that make them happy. A lot of them are gags I don't really want to go into because they're kind of gross.
Oh no, does somebody say so-and-so's boobs make me happy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oi.
But that's not the gross one.
Oh no,
It's
what?
okay. It's all right. We're not going to do it.
Okay.
But anyways, so they do their second recordings and they come out and they feel a lot more confident and they're like, heck yeah, we did it. Thanks for the advice, Chico. And then the gag at the end is that they're all just like, the recording is really horrible from the second one because they're all like, hey, I'm singing. And you're like, oh no.
Oh no.
So that's that episode.
Oi.
Underwear and
Okay.
fetishes. Episode 8.
Okay.
Beginning of the episode, turns out that the pot of curry that they've been continuously adding vegetables to and only eating for every day for apparently the last 2 years is out.
What?
Yep. So they have to make new curry.
It's like a sourdough starter.
Yeah, basically. So there's like a whole thing about each of the girls like adding their favorite ingredients to make their favorite curry, and then the curry turns out horrible because the ingredients don't go good together. But it also is a little bit more implications that like all the neighbors are like really supportive of the Fruit Tart girls because they're going and giving them vegetables and helping them out, and it's like cute. There's some gags about Ho-Ho trying to get the girls to be filmed eating seductively because of course, because she's that type of manager. And then in the end, after the bad curry, they're like, hey, let's restart. We'll make curry from new. And they make curry again. And then there's a cute song about how much they love curry being played in the background. So they have a new song.
I'm
and
sorry,
it's about...
so you said restart. My brain immediately went do 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 do.
Yeah. It's not that.
Idolmaster.
They restart making the curry. And while they're making curry, there's like a cute song about curry in the background. And this cute song about curry will come up later.
So not Idolmaster.
Yes.
I'm like that Vine. So not Idolmaster.
So not Idolmaster.
And just throws the phone on the ground. That's me.
Stars
so not
deep.
Idolmaster.
Yeet.
Okay. Boom.
So new song about curry exists in their hearts
Okay.
and souls now because they made curry.
Okay.
And then second half of the episode, turns out that New and Rua from Kirimitsu are in the same high school as Roko and Nina, same high school. There's competition, but in the end, they end up being friends. It's just mostly
Okay.
based around gags. Just don't want to explain the joke. So that happens.
Okay. What kind of competition is it?
Well, it's more like competitive in the way they're like, well, Rocco, you're the token looking young one, and we're the token looking young one. It's that sort of thing. Yeah. It's more like...
So not like sports day at school or
no
something.
sports, I wish. No, it's more just like, I wish I was more like you and I'm jealous of you for it. More petty.
Gotcha.
But post-credits, actually, this episode 8, you see in the top of a dark office building in the middle of the night,
Whoa.
a mysterious girl, and she has white hair that is bunched up into like little cat ear shapes. And Riri comes in, and she's like, I have data that Fruit Tart is about to have a concert. And the lady there is like, just as planned. And you're like, oh, mysterious.
What?
This is some cat productions people are keeping track of Fruit Tart. A mystery.
Oh, does she have cat ears because
She has
she
cat
works
ears.
for cat,
Cat productions, yeah. It's implied that she's the president.
Okay.
Yes. So, something, cat productions, just as planned.
Big nya energy.
Big Nia energy. Episode 9, concert that was mentioned by Riri and Cat Productions for Fruit Tart. It's concert day. They did their album recording, they have their CDs, and now they're going to have the concert to sell their CDs and handshakes. The reason why they did the autographs a few episodes ago. First big solo concert for Fruit Tart.
Oh boy.
Turns out Ho-Ho printed 3,000 copies of their single.
What?
Which is
That's
a lot for a small
so many.
group. Yep. And says, hey girls, here's the thing. I know you have a concert, but the most important thing about today is to push as much merchandise as possible because we aren't selling tickets, we're selling merchandise. So I don't care if you suck, just sell merchandise.
Oof.
Merchandise are the CDs, but also you find out that there were photos taken of them at parts where they didn't know they were getting photos taken of.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's some body pillows.
Oh no.
So yeah, Ho-Ho is like that. Yep. Tone is there. Tone is going to be helping out with the merch booth. So their friend Tone helped them sing from school. And then also their crowd starts gathering. There are a bunch of fans from the Onmitsu concert. And then you also see like some of their neighbors from around the neighborhood who gave them vegetables and stuff. And you're like, oh, they're here to watch the concert. And so the girls are all excited because they have all of the support of people. Backstage before like they actually go on stage to sing their single, Hemo's really nervous, and then Ino's like, don't worry, you're not alone. Remember when I was really nervous, you helped me out and you supported me, and you're not alone because we're all in this together. Do, 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 do. And then they go on stage and they sing their song. The girls are so into it and they were doing so good that they start glowing.
Radioactive, whoa.
And then Tone's watching them from the audience like, and she says like, what's this? This is a legendary concert. We're witnessing a miracle right now. And you're like, this is an AKB reference, right?
It has to be.
It has to be. And the audience has gone pretty big at this point, and they're going wild, and the Cat Productions president is watching from the sidelines and does a little smug smile, and it's like, oh, I see. Cool. So that is that episode. Also, it's mentioned at this episode that they're doing like a morning, midday, and afternoon like concert of their single. So there's going to be 3 concerts that day. So episode 10. They finished their first concert, and they're like at the merch booth, like doing handshakes and selling CDs. And the Cat Productions president shows up, the one with the cat ears, white hair, Nia energy. Yeah. Well, she's not really. She's just like, she's dressed up like an elementary schooler. So she's also very short, big cat ears, like an elementary schooler's backpack and like a long skirt. So she comes up, she buys some CDs, and you're like, who is this mysterious child Who's the sassy lost child?
I was about to make the sassy lost child joke. You stole it from me.
I stole it.
I'll never forgive you.
There's an observation made about how, like, each of the girls in Fruit Tart has a different appeal to, like, different age groups and, like, areas of fans. Like, you know,
is it horny old men?
Some of them, like, all the horny old men line up at Nina's booth. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So all the people who were teenagers or, like, kids when Roko was doing the broccoli commercials line up at her booth, you know, like stuff like that. So, like, there's the cute mixed in with the horny, you know. All the like townspeople line up at Eno's booth because she's like the normal looking one. Or I guess not normal, but she's the outwardly friendly one.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we did good. We got a lot of people buying our CDs in the morning concert. Hopefully the other ones will go well. So they're all in the bathroom and they're all talking about this. Like they're done in the bathroom, but they're talking about it. And then Ho-Ho comes out of a stall and she's like, hey girls, I know you think you did good, but I just got word from the higher ups at Rat Productions and we need to sell 1,000 CDs today or else you won't make it anywhere. And they're like,
oh boy.
Oh no. But they're like, hey, we already sold 500 CDs and it's just the morning. We should be okay, right? And then Ho-Ho's like, yeah, you sold 500 CDs and all your hardcore fans are going to be here for the morning show. And they're going to be the same people sticking through the rest of the day. So there's no way they're going to be buying more CDs because they already bought their CDs. And they're like, oh shit, you're right.
Oof.
So then Ho-Ho's like, you know, like, you guys got to figure out a way to, like, interact with the audience more and get them more into you. You know how, like, you did bad at the Cream on Mitsu concert? Well, you gotta do good this time. Be good on stage and have good stage presence. And so that gets them all nervous. They're like, well, what should we do? And they're like, maybe we can talk to Rogo's sister, Chico, and see what she does. Turns out Chico's already there. And she herself individually bought 100 of the CDs because she's a Rogo fangirl. But Chico's like, well, what you should do is you just need to have like a little conversation with your fans, like pretend they're your friends, just like joke around and have fun. And all the girls look at each other like, we don't have friends. And you're like, oh no.
Oh no.
They're like, we just have our coworkers. But anyways, they go on stage for their midday concert and they're like visibly really nervous. And everyone in the audience is like, well, what's going on with Fruit Tart? They're just kind of standing there staring at us, not saying anything.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly. The Cat Productions president is watching from the sidelines like, I had more faith in this Fruit Tart thing. That's why it was just as planned. But then right before, like, Cat Productions president gives up and the audience is like freaking out like what's going on, Eno steps up and like does like a little speech about like, hey, we're all dropouts here, all of us aren't successful, there's no reason why you should be here supporting us, but you are anyway, and I hope you can support dropouts like me. And it's just really cute. It's a good pep talk. And the audience starts roaring in support, and then they sing their secret second song, so not the single song, their secret second song, which is called Aim For It, Curry Number 1. And it is
amazing.
The song about curry that showed up in the other episode.
Cute.
And it's a really weird song. But the audience gets really into it. The president of Cat Productions is intrigued, like, yes, this is very interesting. And ends up, president of Cat Productions ends up buying 300 copies of the CD. So,
oh my God.
In the end, they do well. They make the 1,000 sales limit that they needed, which, like, when you think about it, Chico bought 100 of them and the Cat Pro president bought 300 of them. So good percentage of those went to Cat Productions.
Yeah.
But in the end, they celebrate. They go to an okonomiyaki place. There's like some gags about which regional style is better. In in the end, they give Tone a signed CD as a thank you, like, thank you for helping out with their merch booth. I'm sorry we don't have budget to pay you. And Tone is like, it's okay, I'm your fan. I just hope they don't shut down your show like they say they will. And the girls are like, what? They're gonna what now?
Oh no! Oh no! Plot twist!
Plot twist. Episode 11 out of a 12 episode series, so it's almost over.
All right.
Episode 11. Cat Production girls Rap Production girls, the Fruit Tart girls, are freaking out because they're gonna like cancel our 5-minute TV segment that is like basically all we have right now. But so they go to the Rap Productions headquarters, like in Tokyo proper, to like go and make their case. And when they get there, Riri and the president of Cat Productions are there, and they're like, "What are you guys doing at Rap Pro? Why are you here, Cat Pro?" And they're like, "Hey, we saw your concert, and you have potential, girls, so we're here to help you out if you'll make an exchange with us." And they're like, "Oh, okay, as long as we don't lose our house and have food, I guess." And so Capro's like, "Well, we secured a sponsor for your show as long as you agree to be a part of this." And they hold up their phone, and it's something called Idol Championships, and it's a gotcha game. So the idea is that their images will be used in this gotcha game as exchange for them securing a sponsor for their spot. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. So they go and they meet their sponsor. Turns out the sponsor is Hayu's mom. Turns out Hayu comes from a rich family, but she ran away because her dad didn't want her to become a rock star, and she did. And then her mom is secretly donating through Cat Productions because she feels like she can't donate to Rap Pro directly because of this family conflict. Ends up being resolved, but you get some Hayu backstory, and also now they have money a little bit.
Interesting. Girls
are also like, hey, who? Because they're looking at the Cat Pro person, and they're like, the president, and they're like, hey, aren't you that like small child who bought a bunch of CDs? And she's like, actually, I'm 19 years old and I'm the president of this industry, or president of this company.
19?
Yes, it turns out that she like inherited the business or something.
Okay.
But either way, now Cat Pro and Rat Pro are intertwined because of this idol game, and also Fruit Tart is not in danger of being cut because they have a sponsor, which is just Hayu's family, which is super rich.
Yes. Nepotism. We love to see it.
So then there's some gags about like all the girls like on their phones playing the gotcha game they're in now. Like all the ones. So both like Hemo and Hayu are implied to have like huge crushes / thirsty for Ino. So they're all trying to like roll for her, stuff like that. And then it's announced that because the Idol Championships gotcha game is doing so well. Oh, by the way, like all the Fruit Tart girls are just like normal, like rarity, except for Nina, who's SR because she has boobies. But like all the cream and the Cream on Mitsu girls are like SSSSR, and they're like, we didn't know they could have that many S's.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So yeah, they're
game commentary, yay!
Yeah, so the Fruit Tart girls are just like normal trash fodder, but they're in the game. And apparently there's going to be a tie-in actual real life Idol Championships to go along with the game that Cat Pro's running.
Hello?
Yes. So the idea is that it's going to be regional, where each region gets like two groups that can be like sponsored to the national competition, and the winners are decided based on like a vote system. So it's like kind of popularity based. And then to get incentives for the votes, it's kind of like a going back to Kickstarter thing where you can like put in money or whatever to vote, and then you get something back from like the girls. So the girls are like, what should we have as our incentive for this competition? And they end up deciding on having like family member style shout outs, like as thank you. So they're just like, it's like one character be like, hi sister, thanks for voting for me, or like, hi dad, like, you know, One-chan, like it's like that. And apparently they get a lot of votes because of that, which is like, I guess
Okay.
Sure, I see there's horrible implications with some of this, but I'm not going to think about it.
Just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah, but even with this, they are still lagging behind on votes. It's hard because they are technically in the same prefecture as like Krimamitsu and the Crabs and all the other Tokyo idols.
Crabs!
So they're like, hey, what can we do to get more votes? We did this shout out thing, but we're still not very popular. We only have this one TV show. Ho doesn't have any connections, so we can't be guesting on any like big name shows or concerts. What can we do? And then Ino's like, hey, I have an idea. We've been doing all these concerts with Krimamitsu and like going downtown to Tokyo and trying to do things on like radio, but what if we had like a little concert here near our train station in our small little suburb? And they're like, sure, let's do it. So last episode.
Pew, 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 pew.
The last episode, they start planning for their concert to get promotions. It's going to be like a small local festival. So like it's actually going to have like stalls and vendors as well as the concert. While they're making the flyers and handing them out, Ino's like, why don't we do a new song just for this new concert? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. We feel so good. Most of the neighborhood, like all the people who've been handing out vegetables and stuff, like signed up as event sponsors. So they're all going to have booths. They're all going to help out. So it's like a big community event, which is cute. Going back, because they wanted to have a new song, they ended up contacting Krimamitsu. And they're like, hey, can we ask you a favor? Can we cover one of your songs as a new song for this concert? And they're like, yes, we'll cover one of your songs on one condition. And the one condition is they get Roko for a night.
Okay.
I don't know what happens. She shows up to their like penthouse dressed as a maid holding stalks of broccoli, and then it kind of fades to black. And you're like, okay. I don't know what happened there, but that's the gag, I guess.
Okay.
But they end up, because of the sacrifice by Roko, they end up getting the song from Krimamitsu to sing, which was their first #1 single. So they're like, oh, this is a good song. It'll be good. So, day of the festival, they have their new song. They have the support from all their neighbors. And then they're going to have their own little booth before their concert where they're selling curry. And they're like, no one's going to want to buy curry. Curry's so normal. But they sell out immediately. And it's like, oh, they have all the support now.
Cute.
Roko ends up singing her Broko song on stage. So it's like kind of her overcoming her past so she can help her idol group. And you're like, cool. And then they are about to go on stage for their actual concert. But when they go on stage, all of the speakers are broken.
Oh no!
And it turns out it's because of their producer Ho got really drunk and spilled beer all over them.
Oh no! Bad producer, why?
She's so bad. But then Krimamitsu shows up to save the day. They offer to loan them all equipment to use for their concert, on the one condition that all of the girls wear cat ears during their concert. And they're like, sure, let's do it. And then you get the concert, and it's Fruit Tart and Krimamitsu. They are both singing together. The Krimamitsu former #1 single, which was titled, the title of the song is The Demise of Youth and the Little Girl's Wings, which is the title.
That's a title, yes.
So they do their concert. They had it all filmed by Ho for voting for this idol competition. They're hoping to make it into the finals. They figure that Krimamitsu is going to be one of the 2 slots, so they're like, we only have one chance. And then, end of the episode, find out they made it into the finals.
Yay! Why?
Because their skirts flipped up during the concert and they showed their underwear.
Oh no!
The
You
end.
did that. You said it like that on purpose.
I did. And that was Ochikabori Fruit Tart. The end. Star of the show was so horny. Like, it didn't need to be this horny. It was, I didn't even say most of how horny it was. It's so horny, Star.
So horny, no.
I know, like, in the first few episodes, I'm like, it feels a little horny, but I'm hoping it'll tone down. Because, like, you know, some anime, especially gag anime, do that, where, like, the first few episodes will be horny, and then it tones down. Like, horny to grab people, and then, like, less horny. But this one, like, horny escalated.
Oh no.
It was so horny, Star.
Oh no.
So
I'm sorry about the horny show.
It's hard because, like, I feel like if you took out the horny, I feel like I would have really, really enjoyed it. And for a lot of reasons, I did enjoy it. I like the girls. The music's cute. I like the setting, like the idea like they're in the middle of nowhere Tokyo and they all kind of suck at their jobs, but they're trying their bestest. Love that. Don't love that
like,
half the time was boob jokes. Yep.
Yeah, like it's a good setup. The characters are really cute. Like I said, I love the idol outfits. They're precious. It just seems like a good setup, and it's just like, I'm imagining the Powerpuff Girls intro to make the perfect idol anime: sugar, spice, and everything nice. Oh no!
Oh no!
Chemical H.
Chemical horny. There's just like, because like again, like I'm thinking of other Furikamo anime, like I really like New Game, and it's like same magazine as this, right? But like it had the funny, it had the horny, but it wasn't like a whole episode about buying underwear, you know?
Yeah.
It was just, I just wish it wasn't that, and it would have been so good because the girls were good. It's just too many boob butt sex jokes, I think.
Too
Hey,
many badonka honkados.
if you're into that, you might like it. It's just Star
Yeah,
and I
there
are
you
not
go.
here for the sex jokes.
Yeah, we're here for the butts, not.
And that's a reference to our butt blog.
Yep. What someday we'll tell the story about the butt blog, but not today.
Well, we promised a little bit. So the little bit you'll get was it was on Tumblr.
Is it still on Tumblr?
I don't know. I'm not still on
I
Tumblr,
can-
so I don't know.
Because I'm gonna check because I think I still remember the URL. .tumblr.com. Oh, bless! It's still there.
So we will keep
It
dropping
still
hints.
exists. Oh,
We'll keep dropping
last
hints
show-
as our energy.
The last show we watched was apparently Attack on Titan, so there's a lot of like Titan ass.
Diana.
Oh boy. We're using like a theme that is not appropriate at
No,
all.
I'm
It's
sure.
like like with serif font.
I love it.
I'm just looking through. Oh man.
The butt blog.
Oh wow. I forgot that we did this.
Yep. 2 ace girls ran a butt blog. Here we are.
Yep, that's the thing that we did. That's the thing that we did. Yep.
Best girl for Fruit Tart is Roko. That's all I got.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I love her.
I mean, you kind of gave that away at the beginning. It wasn't a secret,
I
Sarah.
love her. I know. So, Star, do you want to drop a hint for our next episode?
Yeah, sorry, I just found a compilation of other butts. Anyway, we reblogged butts too. It wasn't just us. Anyway. Sorry, I got distracted.
Distracted by the butt clock. Distracted by that ass.
Distracted by dead ass. The booty honkadoo. Anyway, next show. So the next show that we do is gonna be a Star show. That's
Ooh.
me. I am watching and running it. And what's a good hint I can give for this one? I haven't watched terribly far in it yet because I've been distracted.
Ooh.
But I guess Oh, I got it. I got it. This might be too big of a hint, but I don't care. So last month, June, was Gay Pride Month, we're continuing it.
Oh,
But emphasis on the second half.
oh, here we are.
I haven't watched far enough to know if there's much gay in it, but there is pride in it. That's probably too big of a hint, but there you go.
There's always gay in it if you squint, right?
Coming from Sarah. That's very on brand.
It's the thing. I love the gay, but it was too horny here.
Anyway, so Sarah, if people want to find us on the internet, where can they go?
They can go to our website at idoldays.card.co. That's idoldays.carrd.co or idolluminati.net. And Star, if they want to find us on social media, where can they find us?
We are on both Twitter and Instagram at idoldays.pod. IDOLDAYSPOD. It's the pod for idols. And also, we have a Discord server. If you go on our website, you will find a link. We are chill. It's a pretty small server. We just hang out, talk about idols occasionally.
Yeah.
It's a good time. You should join.
Join us. So,
yeah.
This has been Idol Days. We've been Lady.
We've been Lady. See you next live.
Bye.
Bye. And in the next anime, we'll have even bigger badongas.
Even bigger Benedict Cumberbatches.
Wow! Anyway.